Let's try this again. I'm still drinking tea. What's up, Wednesday morning nerds? It's your boy, the OG GM, coming to you live again from sunny Southern California on the beach where it's raining. And my allergies are killing me today. Yes, because that's what we live in. Stay a while and listen. It's time to take a look at all the tabletop role-playing game physical product that should be on the shelves at your friendly local game store. That is, if you happen to have a friendly local game store where you live, and that friendly local game store just happens to actively support role-playing. Unlike me, where I live within a 20-minute drive of 6 tabletop role-playing game friendly local game stores, none of which support tabletop role-playing. But I'm not bitter. Let's take a look. And remember, these should be, but that doesn't mean they're actually there. So before you go running over to your store, call ahead and make sure they have it in stock and have them put it on hold for you, just in case. From Chaosium, we have Rivers of London, the basic role-playing game. It's a $60 game. It's based upon the books by Ben Aaronovitch, Aaronovitch, author of Rivers of London. It's sort of carnival roll meets Call of Cthulhu. It's your play characters living in a alternate London where I guess there's flooding and magic and, stuff. So carnival roll with extra water. From Steamform Gauge, we have 2 brand new Epic Encounter box sets. The first one is Nest of the Dinosaur, which features a 2-headed dinosaur, and Steep of the Lizard Thane. And you could easily put these 2 together to create one very big scenario. These come with anywhere from 10 to 16 figures, plus maps, plus scenarios. They're awesome. If you are a figure person and have the room for these and have the money, I highly recommend these. It's a great way to get a lot of figures plus stuff. So, yeah, these are cool. From Darrington Press, we have Chronicles of Exandia, Volume 1, The Tales of Vox Machina. This is not a source book. It's basically just art and stories based around Season 1, Campaign 1, the Vox Machina. This is a reprint, but the big thing, of course, important about this is being reprinted through Darrington Press, not through anybody else. So the previous ones was done in conjuration with Wizards of the Coast / Hasbro. You will notice there is no mention of Wizards of the Coast on the cover here. Nowhere do you see the D&D logo or the Hasbro logo or the Wizards of the Coast logo. So this was 100% now back under their control, which means Darrington Press now has control, it seems, of everything that has to do with Tales of Vox Machina, which is now, of course, a show on Amazon. Does this mean that Darrington Press Critical Role have ended their association with Wizards of the Coast once Campaign 3 is over? I'm going to say 80% yes, it does. So if you didn't get a chance to get this art book the first time and you want to grab it now, it's $60. It's a coffee table art book featuring all the old art plus brand new art. Yeah. From Hit Point Press, we've got cards. We've got Animated Condition, Animated Illusion, Animated Spells Volume 2, Animated Spells Volume 3, Animated Spells Volume 4, and Animated Townsfolk. These are $30 each. How are they animated? I don't know. Let's see if it says. With a flip of a card, a PC or NPC might summon an illusion. The deck of many animated spells. How are these animated? What does it mean by they're animated? Just because I guess they're drawn in an anime type of style? Is that what it means by animated? I mean, this person here kind of looks like Popeye. Got a bomb on a heart here. I don't know why they're called animated other than the art style. I'm normally a big fan of the cards. These seem a little ridiculous, though. But the animated spell books are cool because you can just have cards for each one of your spells and you don't have to go, looking through. So I guess that's okay. I mean, if you're a spellcaster and want to have a easier way to keep track of your spells, putting them on 3x5 cards is usually a good way. I had a friend who did that. From Renegade Game Studios, you know them. They're the ones that currently hold the rights to Transformers, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, and My Little Pony from Hasbro. We've got Hunter the Reckoning 5th edition and Lines Drawn in Blood. No, I'm sorry. The Time Is Now. Lines Drawn in Blood is the Hunter the Reckoning 5th edition game. And the time is now. It is a Transformers game. This should have been 2 separate ads because it's 2 completely different products. Though I suppose you could have hunters now fighting Transformers, I guess. And since it's from Hasbro, does that mean that Transformers, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, and My Little Pony are now canon in D&D? And since the same company that's producing those is producing Hunter the Reckoning, does that mean Vampire the Masquerade is now canon in D&D? No, it does not. Anyways, it's modules for Transformers the role-playing game and Hunter the Reckoning, $45 each. Steve Jackson Games brings us Gregor's Guide to the Gates. This is a $10 softcover supplement. It's a basically Gateway to Worlds supplement that could easily fit into any fantasy RPG. It is not GURPS. It is not Fantasy Trip. It is generic, system agnostic, as they say. I can't understand why Steve Jackson Games would be releasing a source book about magical gates in June. It's not like there's something coming out in a few months that is centered around that whole theme from the other company. Funny, because this is the second one we've seen today. I don't understand why. But yeah, okay. Steve Jackson Game does GURPS. If it's done to the same quality that GURPS used to do, it's a great source book, even if you don't use it. For $10, sure. If it's even half as good source book wise as the GURPS source books, because I always will say that source book wise, pound for pound, the GURPS stuff was pretty awesome. I mean, even if you weren't playing GURPS, there was enough stuff in the source books if you were wanted a specific setting, like this, GURPS Vikings, the amount of research they did and stuff. So this could be good if it contains the same level of energy that they did with GURPS, or it could suck. I don't know. We'll see. And we finally finish up with, from Onyx Path Publishing, Victorian Age of Mage GM screen. This is the GM screen for the upcoming re-release of Victorian. For $20, you get a 3-panel GM screen featuring art on the front and all sorts of charts and stuff on the back. Because, yeah, $20. GM screen for people who still use those. People still use GM screens? I assume there's still people who are. Obviously, this is my shout out for the day. If you are a figure person and have the money and time and space, then I highly recommend these. If you've never seen them, just go take a look at them. It's a good way to get a lot of figures for $50, all built around a theme. This, I mean, it's Critical Role art, so if that's your thing, that's probably really cool. $60, but what is interesting is who is releasing it. This is a re-release being done directly through Darrington and not through Wizards of the Coast, not through Hasbro. So that means it's 100% controlled by them. I don't know why it's listed as a D&D source book. It's not a D&D source book. It's just an art book. And speaking of Chaosium, you will notice that it is now June 7th, and the hardcover version of the Basic Roleplaying rules that was supposed to come out on May 23rd still isn't out. Reasons. Till next time, I'm the OG GM. Sorry that I had to do this twice. The phone rang, and apparently they changed a doctor's appointment out without telling me. If any of those are a product you want to pick up, call ahead to your friendly local game store of choice and make sure they have it in stock. Then head on down there and tell them I sent you. Yeah, spread the word. Get more people to subscribe. I will talk to you all later. Till then, stay warm, stay safe. It's raining, and have a great day. Two-headed dinosaur. What's more awesome than a numbered dinosaur? A two-headed dinosaur.